Hello guys, it's your host Paul again, and I think I finally figured it out. I've been researching this for my whole life pretty much, and by my whole life I mean for the past 2 hours. Andrew Tate is a f***ing scam. Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about his online courses, I'm talking about his whole persona, his whole character. The whole concept of Andrew Tate. His whole online character is a scam. And now we'll explain to you why. But by this time, I hope you're familiar with Andrew Tate. Of course, he pretty much took over the internet. I hope you're familiar with his message and what he is all about, which is all about getting out of the matrix. That's what he advertises in his courses. Like he's like Morpheus or some kind of thing, you know. You watch the movie The Matrix. Yeah, he says he's like Morpheus and he's gonna help you get out of the matrix. So now I'm just gonna start by saying this. Andrew Tate is an agent of the Matrix. He is not a savior or Morpheus, somebody that's gonna help you get out of the Matrix. He's actually an agent. So literally, he said that his father worked for the CIA.
My father, when he died, someone messaged me who was in, because my father was in the CIA.
That he was a professional chess player, and he had the world record for learning the Russian alphabet in 2 weeks. Well, at least that's what I understood. He said this on an interview. So if you're not familiar with people that work for the CIA, let me explain it to you a little bit. The CIA is kind of like a cult kind of job. It's not like any kind of job. So one member of your family gets involved with the CIA, starts working with them, and pretty much becomes an employee. It is a pact with the devil of some sort. But the whole family gets involved. Like, it's not just like this one particular person in this family being involved in the CIA. No, it's actually the whole family. So it becomes kind of like a cult job or some sort. The most common example of this is the Bush family. You know, old George Bush, the one that just died. He was the director of the CIA, and then later on became United States president. And then we got the son, who's also named George Bush, took over the White House as well. He became president, and these elites can take any character they want. George Bush is actually Ted Bundy. Yes, I know it sounds very weird and all that, but yeah, these elites can play any character they want in society. So they can play a serial killer, or they can play the most murderous president in history, George Bush. But if you guys want, I can talk about that in another video. George Bush is actually Ted Bundy, the serial killer. Yeah, well, it's very interesting. But anyway, let's go back to the subject. So working for the CIA, it's like a cult. One member of the family gets involved, all the family gets involved. So if Andrew Tate's father was involved with the CIA, of course, Andrew Tate and his brother, Tristan Tate, they're also involved with the CIA. So what these people become, they pretty much become agents of the system. So technically, you become a super slave of the system, so that you gotta do everything they tell you to do. So now, of course, you get a lot of incentives, you get fame, you get a lot of money. I mean, they turn you into a millionaire. So the whole purpose of this social experiment or youth manipulation, because that's the whole plan for this Andrew Tate project, is to brainwash the youth. So if you pay attention to the demographics of Andrew Tate, most of them are just people people under 30 years old. Now that this matrix concept and that everybody knows is real now, everybody's accepting as a fact that we live in a matrix and that it's controlled by people on top and all that, and everybody else is a slave. So these elites are a step ahead of us. So what they're trying to do is popularize the concept of the matrix. But once it's popular, they throw this figure, this public figure, and so the whole concept is to deviate people away from actually going to the road of escaping the matrix. Because what Andrew Tate promotes is that by escaping the matrix, you need to make a lot of money. You need to be very successful. But in reality, if you want to escape the matrix, you can be playing by its rules. Let's go to the concept of whatever game. If you don't want to play a game anymore, you don't quit the game. You don't escape from the game by becoming the best at it. You quit the game by getting out. That's pretty much it. By not playing it, not going by its rules and doing something completely different. And Andrew Tate is promoting playing the game. and making and by game I mean the game of making a lot of money so that you can get out. It doesn't work that way. If you want to get out of the matrix, you have to not play by its rules. And I will explain what I mean by not playing by the rules later on in this video. I just want to get to the point on how Andrew Tate is a scam and he's an agent of the matrix trying to deviate the youth from actually escaping the matrix. I love sounding like a true conspiracy theorist, like going all crazy and all this. I've seen a lot of memes of conspiracy theorists, you know, like there's a picture, a really famous meme of this guy going all crazy, like putting out on a board, like he's done all these research and all this and all, you know, all those crazy boards, and he's making a face kind of like this, and I'm like, that's me. Let me explain to you how this whole Andrew Tate thing started and how it's actually working. So the way I understand it is that Andrew Tate started promoting hate speech on the internet, like platforms like YouTube and all these other platforms like TikTok and all that. That's resulting in him getting banned from all these platforms. So first things first, you start engaging into this so-called hate speech, and then you promote it, and it gets a lot of views. It starts triggering a lot of people, and well, people are gonna start talking about it, and they're gonna start sharing it, saying like, oh, this guy's crazy, and yeah, everybody's saying like, no, he's right, no, he's crazy. Now you get a debate. There's a lot of more comments on the platforms. A lot of people start sharing it. It starts to get into more eyes. That's the whole point. They're trying to put drag as many eyeballs into Andrew Tate as possible. So with him getting banned, you think that's gonna stop people from actually wanting to hear what Andrew Tate has to say? Absolutely not. You achieve the opposite effect, and everybody knows that. Everybody's familiar with that phenomenon. Like when something gets banned, or when something's supposedly not allowed, now people want to do it even more. You know, especially the youth. So you tell them, no, this guy's banned. You shouldn't watch him. Of course, people are gonna be like, why? I want to watch that, especially young people, of course. So Andrew Tate getting banned from all platforms was a huge publicity campaign from part of all social media platforms. So what happened? That skyrocketed his views. So he pretty much took over the internet. Now you could see Andrew Tate everywhere. Of course, that was absolutely done on purpose. And now you get this recent event where he got arrested and actually made a video on that. And that, well, yes, I don't think, I'm not retracting from what I said on my latest Andrew Tate video, but I wasn't really aware of the full picture of it because I didn't really care. I don't really care about celebrities, but this information can be very helpful so that people don't get scammed anymore. Because I guarantee you that there will be a lot more people like Andrew Tate in the future. Like this so-called gurus or something like that, and they'll try to sell you their course on how to be rich, and you know.
And a final thought for you guys: have you noticed that Andrew Tate looks more like Cypher than Morpheus in the movie The Matrix? If you watch the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So what I meant earlier by not playing by the Matrix rules. So imagine that you no longer care about anything the Matrix has to offer. Now you start focusing on yourself more than anything outside of you. We've been brainwashed to think that this is a narcissistic way of thinking. This is because only you have the power to get your ass out of the matrix, and not these gurus or internet personalities or as many courses that you want to buy. None of them will really teach you how to get out of the matrix. Everybody is unique. Everybody has their own way to get out of the matrix. Everybody has their own journey and their process. Name of the game: overcome the matrix. The matrix is just a spiritual process that we all have to go through. And when you make peace with it, you will be able to come in and out at will. And when you choose to come back in, it will be pretty much just to have fun. Because that's what life is all about. Have fun, but don't be stupid. Thank you guys so much for watching, and leave me a comment with your thoughts. And stay tuned for part 2 of this video. I'm out.